The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Perhaps the worst take to date about the Jets and their quarterback situation. We'll cover that and more. It's the Jake Asman Show. We're working on Labor Day. Let's hit it and get it started.
Joining us right now is a new member of the ESPN family. He's with
Nobody gives a shit.
Oh, that was great. That was perfect. Nobody gives a shit.
The 2025 New York Jets season is officially here. Can Aaron Glenn lead the team back to the playoffs and finally deliver on the promise this roster has shown? Every step of the journey, the Jake Asman Show will have you covered, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Let's go, baby. Happy Labor Day. I'm working, and if you're working, shout out to you as well. I just got done with 4 hours of radio on ESPN New York. Big thanks to anyone who took time to listen. The next time I am on radio will be 6 days from right now. I will officially be hosting the program New York Game Day every Sunday throughout the entire football season with former Jets GM Mike Tannenbaum. So Sundays from 8 to noon, you'll hear me and Mike T on ESPN New York. Make sure you listen in on your way to MetLife, on your way to your buddy's house, on your way to the sports bar. It's going to be an absolute blast. We'll preview all the games, including the New York Jets. So I'm excited about this show coming up starting on Sunday with Mike T. And of course, after I get done with the show, we'll be talking about the Jets, and I'll be watching the Jets and the Steelers 6 days from right now. FanDuel has the New York Jets as 2.5-point underdogs. That means the line moved. Some money coming in on the New York Jets. At least that's the case at FanDuel. They are our official sports book for the entirety of the upcoming season. Let's talk some Jets. Let's talk about the quarterback situation, because there was a take that was said on the Zach Gelb show by NFL reporter Ryan Dunleavy that I just vehemently disagree with. So Dunleavy was asked about Justin Fields and what to expect from him. And listen to what he said about Fields, and it's really what he also said about Garrett Wilson that I think is just silly.
I think they'll see the same Justin Fields that they've always seen, which is a good running quarterback who is not a very good passer. He can run the RPO game. He can do a lot of screens. I think the Jets running backs will have tons of catch. It'll be Garrett Wilson, and then it'll probably be Breece Hall and Braylon Allen as number 2 and 3 receivers on this team. I think that's what you can expect to see, not a very one-dimensional offense. What would be a solid season? A solid season would be like Daniel Jones in 2022, where he plays, caretaker ball. I think Daniel had like 15 touchdowns and 5 picks that year, something like that, where you mix in his legs like Daniel mixed in his legs that year, and you let the defense win you the games. They have a decent offensive line, so you could do that formula. It doesn't leave you margin for error. But if you're asking me what a successful season for Justin Fields looks like, it's that. But you're also talking to somebody who thinks, all things being equal, if he's healthy, Tyrod Taylor's a better quarterback than Justin Fields.
No, you really do think that? Why is that?
I think he's better. I mean, I've seen him in practice for 4 years between the Giants and Jets. I've seen him in game. He takes more chances. He makes more plays happen. We call Tyrod Taylor, among the media, we call him an agent of chaos. Because when he's out there, he's running around, he's throwing the ball deep. He makes things happen. He's not out there to play caretaker or whatever. The problem is his style leads him to get injured a lot. I think he's had 4 or 5 concussions, a bunch of other injuries. He doesn't protect himself. He plays backyard quarterback. But that can win you some games. It can't sustain 17 games, as we've seen. But there's no question in my mind. I see enough, not just in New York, but across the league, enough bad quarterbacks that Tyrod Taylor is a top 32 quarterback in this league. He's just too old and too injury prone at this point to get a full-time starting job. But I think the Jets would win more games with Tyrod Taylor, and they'd have a much happier Garrett Wilson than they will with Justin Fields.
How do we know that, right? How could you say, first off, that Tyrod is better than Fields? That's debatable. But the part that I think is asinine is saying that Garrett Wilson would be happier with Tyrod than Justin Fields. Really? His college quarterback? And also, people act like Justin Fields is incapable of getting the ball to a number one wide receiver, which Garrett Wilson obviously is, and he's produced with way worse quarterbacks. Anyone check what DJ Moore did with Justin Fields throwing him the football in 2023? 96 catches, 1,300 receiving yards, 8 touchdowns. You don't think Garrett Wilson would be happy with those numbers? Come on. And we're so quick to just say Tyrod is better than Fields. Maybe if it's like one game I have to win, I feel more comfortable with Tyrod because he could stand in the pocket and be more effective. But we can't just poo-poo the idea that Tyrod Taylor is going to be healthy if he had to start. He wouldn't. That's why he's a backup. The last time Tyrod Taylor went out there and started more than 6 games in a season was 2017. To give you some context, the Jets in 2017 had Josh McCown as their quarterback. That's how long it's been since Tyrod played more than 6 starts in a season. So Tyrod, at this stage of his career, he's a very good backup, but he's 36 years old. He's already been hurt this preseason, and he wasn't even hit. He just dealt with some sort of injury that required his knee to be scoped out. So, come on. You can't tell me that Garrett Wilson's going to be happier with Tyrod than Fields. Not necessarily at all. Garrett Wilson, I think, is going to be happier with whichever quarterback gives the team the better chance to win, which is Justin Fields. That's how the Jets have structured their team. See, what people don't seem to understand is Justin Fields is not going to be asked to play the same offense that Tyrod is. And for anyone who's been at these practices, you see they call different plays for Tyrod than they do Justin Fields. Their offense is predicated on Justin Fields going out there and being a huge focal point of what they're going to do with the rushing attack. We didn't see any designed quarterback runs in the preseason. We didn't see RPOs. We didn't see the quarterback option. We didn't see any of this. But that's going to be their offense. The Jets will tell you they don't think Justin Fields has ever been at a spot where the offense has actually been designed for what he does well. It's been, he's drafted by the Bears. Hey, here's the playbook. You're going to learn it. They're going to build this playbook to reflect what he does at an elite level. Run. And I'm not even the biggest Fields guy. You guys know that. But I'm going to be fair. He does run the ball incredibly well. That's going to be a big part of the offense. And they have the O-line to do it. It's the best O-line that Justin Fields has ever played with. He does have Garrett Wilson. He obviously has 3 really solid, we think, running backs. Justin Fields, the one thing you could point to is the fact that he is good at targeting the tight end. Well, it's a good thing the Jets have Mason Taylor because Fields is 3rd in the NFL over the last 2 seasons when it comes to QBR at throwing to the tight end. Only Lamar Jackson and Brock Purdy have a higher QBR in that span. Fields' career numbers aren't that impressive. But if you want to be optimistic, he has improved over his last 12 starts. 6 with the Steelers and the final 6 games with the Bears in 2023. And those 12 starts, he produced an 8-4 record with 17 passing and rushing touchdowns combined and only 7 turnovers. Before that, he was 6-26 with 46 total touchdowns and 35 total turnovers. Those numbers stunk. But guess what? Over his last 12 starts, he's 8-4, and I just gave you the passing and rushing total numbers versus the turnovers. He's improved. The Jets are banking on the fact that he's going to improve the same way Sam Darnold clearly did, or Geno Smith, or Baker Mayfield. It's a little different with Fields because he's not a pocket quarterback like those guys are. But they think he could be better in that area, right? His completion percentage has gone up each year he's been in the league. And they think that with the offense they're building around him, his skill set, that's a path to winning games. That's what they're trying to do. The idea of, oh, well, play Tyrod because Garrett would be happy. What? This year is all about finding out if they need to go into the draft to take a quarterback. If you start Tyrod, even if Tyrod gives you the Fitzpatrick 2015 season, you need a quarterback. He's 36. The only way Tyrod plays, and he probably will have to play at some point, is if Justin Fields gets injured. Because Justin Fields, while he doesn't have the injury history that Tyrod Taylor certainly does, Justin Fields has had issues staying on the field. He's never played a full season. The most amount of games Fields has ever started in a year was 15 in 2022. But the idea that he can't go out there and be a part of an offense that has a way higher ceiling than Tyrod Taylor is comical. Even if Tyrod is the better quarterback, which once again, as I outlined, is debatable, it behooves the Jets to play Tyrod for what exactly? What? How is that helping the Jets long term? And yes, we all want to win. And if Fields is god-awful, then sure, maybe there's an argument you got to play Tyrod. You don't want to lose the locker room. But we're not there yet, people. It's not even week 1. They're building this offense around Fields. There's going to be a lot of RPOs, a lot of quarterback keepers, a lot of the tush push. There's a reason why the Jets were one of the teams that voted to keep it. Let's see how it plays out. Because going to Tyrod, even if he provides a boost, so what? Where's that getting this Jets team? They need to know at the end of the year, is Fields our guy? Like Baker Mayfield proved to be for the Bucs? Or are we going into the draft and taking a quarterback, which is probably the likely outcome of how this ultimately plays out, right? If we're just being realistic. More like if you're setting odds at FanDuel, the odds would be it's more likely than not the New York Jets are drafting a quarterback in the first round than Justin Fields is the unquestioned week 1 starter in 2026. But any other quarterback they could have signed, the odds would have been 0%. 0% chance that guy would be the long-term answer, right? Kirk Cousins, no chance. No chance. The list of all the other terrible options we discussed, no chance. At least with Fields, there's a chance. Maybe it's only a 10, 15, 20% chance. I don't know. But at least there's a chance. No one else they could have brought in gives you that upside. If you want this rebuild or retool, however you want to describe what the Jets are embarking on year 1 with Aaron Glenn, the path to do it as quickly as possible is if Justin Fields is the guy. Because then you're going into next offseason with your quarterback, and then you're all about surrounding him with better players. Do they need that number 2 wide receiver, which it feels like is going to be something we discuss all season? That's the conversation. But just know going in all likelihood, he's not the long-term answer. But did you think Sam Darnold was going to earn a $100 million contract? Or Geno Smith was going to be a viable starter now for 2 different franchises? So we got to let the season play out. It doesn't make any sense to go to Tyrod now because he might be better. And then he gets hurt, and then what? You're right back to Fields. Let Tyrod come in when Fields probably gets dinged up and has to miss a game or so. That's why Tyrod's here. We thought he would be needed last year with Rodgers coming off the injury at age 40. But you could definitely see him being of use this year. Now, the other take I want to hit on here from this reporter, Ryan Dunleavy, he was asked by Zach Gelb about Breece Hall and whether or not Breece Hall will be on the Jets at the end of this season.
Good question. I'd say probably not because they're going to be a run-oriented team. I don't think they're going to be very good, Zach. I think they'll probably be in the top 5 draft position kind of team. He doesn't have the long-term extension. Paying a running back is getting more expensive now. Breece could probably make a case to be in the Kyron Williams, neighborhood of contract. Don't know if the Jets will want to do that. I think Muji and Aaron Glenn come from the school of multiple running backs. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 60-40 split in favor of Breece to start the season, and then maybe it gets to closer to 50-50 around the trade deadline with Braylon Allen. We're not even talking about Isaiah Davis, who I know the Jets are high on internally. So I think that there's a chance, yeah, for sure. If we're looking at a 2-7 Jets team by Halloween, there's certainly a chance he gets traded.
Look, is there a chance? Absolutely, but I don't think the Jets are going to be 2-7 on Halloween. Trading Breece Hall doesn't do anything if the New York Jets are in the mix, you would want Breece Hall to be a part of it. He's going to be a big reason as to why. He's a big part of their offense. He's a big focal point to what they're trying to clearly do. The only way they would trade Breece Hall is if they're awful at the trade deadline. But I don't think that's going to happen here. The trade deadline is on November 4th. It falls the day after Week 9 ends. The New York Jets will be in their bye week, so they'll have plenty of time to evaluate where they're at. That's the only way they would trade Breece, though. They're completely out of it. Right? The Jets play the Bengals on the 26th. That's Week 8. Week 9 is their bye, and they resume action after the bye against Cleveland at home. If they're out of it, sure, you could trade Breece and you want to get something for him if you've determined you're not going to bring him back. But how do we know Breece is not having an awesome year? And you might be saying, look, we got the franchise tag. He's a big part of our passing attack. Glenn's talked about using him as a receiver. All of a sudden, maybe you want to keep Breece. Is that possible? So I don't think it's as much of a lock as Ryan Dunleavy says it is there. Like Breece Hall is probably going to be on a new team by the trade deadline. One, you need the Jets to want to trade him. And two, the Jets got to be out of it to want to trade him in the first place. So I don't think that is a slam dunk take like the reporter there says it is. I disagree with that as well. I don't think people realize, once again, just how impactful Breece will be as a passer, a pass catcher in this offense. This was Aaron Glenn over the summer in a video the Jets themselves released after Breece Hall caught a touchdown in practice from Justin Fields.
That's where we're going to open your game up this whole year. You know what I'm saying? Not just running the ball, but being able to do something like that. You dig what I'm saying? That's where your game going to open up, bro. Because it's a mismatch. Take you on anybody out there, any safety or linebacker. There we go. All good.
What do you think that means? They're going to line them up. We didn't see that enough last year. Right? We saw it week 2 against the Titans, and they never went back to that. Breece could catch, man. He's a dynamic player. I've said this for years, and I think the Jets are finally going to use him that way, and hopefully Breece stays healthy and he can play like the guy that we've seen at times look like one of the better playmakers in the league. That's what you're trying to see if you're the Jets. But ultimately, the first take, certainly way worse than the second take. Comments, questions, super chats, they cut the line. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Labor Day, but you know what? People are looking for jobs out there. People want to work. Maybe not a couple of Asmaniacs that I know of. Gorman, Bobby Midnight, Beastbreaker, Chiefs fan. But for those of you who do want to work, ZipRecruiter is here to make it all possible. Hiring can eat up your time. You're waiting around for good candidates to actually apply. You got to dig through piles of resumes, track people down, and sometimes you finally find someone great, only to realize they're not even looking for a new job. The good news, the future of hiring looks a whole lot easier. That's because ZipRecruiter's newest tools and features are designed to speed up the process of finding the right people for your roles, saving you valuable time. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/audio. With ZipRecruiter's new innovations, you can quickly connect with qualified candidates in just minutes. If you see someone who stands out, like maybe an Asmaniac, you can unlock their contact info instantly. And with more than 320,000 new resumes added every month, your chances of filling a role quickly get even better. No wonder ZipRecruiter is rated the #1 hiring site on G2. Use ZipRecruiter and save time hiring. 4 to 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. If you go to ziprecruiter.com/audio right now, you can try it for free. Again, that's ziprecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Ladies and gentlemen, we're 6 days away from Jets football. Tomorrow, on the first show of the day, is the Asmaniac Raffle. I'm giving away 3 prizes. So this is your last chance to enter to win a signed Justin Fields jersey, a signed jersey by each member of the Sack Exchange, and a signed Sauce Gardner jersey. And at the end of this show, let's give away a Jets jersey of your choosing. We have Fields, Garrett Wilson, Sauce, JJ, Quinnen, and Quincy, all available. You pick, but you got to be in it to win it. And if you don't win the jersey, maybe you'll win a prize during the show tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple super chats, and then we'll get to some calls for those of you who want to call in Make sure you join the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. Party with Peg and Artie starts us off with this. Peg's making me go to the suburbs to get chicken and lottery tickets. What are you, beast, going to the suburbs? Catch the second half trying this first. Super chat luck. Good luck. Peg and Artie, they're in the raffle for 5. Black Gypsy has gifted a membership. He's in the raffle for 1. Bang! King and Dreams in the house. K and D. He's in the raffle for 5. The number 1 Austrian Jet fan is in the raffle for 1 by gifting a membership. Hey, now, we love that. And then Eli Betts has gifted a 5 spot of channel memberships. All those listeners are playing to win a Jets jersey of their choosing at the end of the show.
Hello? You play to win the game.
That's right, Herm. That is right. All right, here we go. Let's get to some calls. It's Labor Day in the U.S. I don't think they do Labor Day in Israel, but we'll find out. Jason's first up today. What's up, Jason?
Every day is a day we do labor here.
Love it.
Right. I miss it when Labor Day was the official opening day. I used to remember going to the early the Met games, the 1 o'clock Sunday games, and reading all about the box scores from the football games the day before that I missed because I was at the game.
Yeah, everything is now a little later with the NFL. Yep.
Yeah. Also missed the Super Bowl in January, but that's another story. Anyway, the take about Brees getting traded, not that real big of a take. I mean, there was a lot of insider news that they were going to trade him draft weekend. I don't think we really understood how close or not they were to doing that. It obviously upset me and a lot of other Jet fans. But if that was something they were really interested in draft weekend, then why shouldn't they look into trading him at the trade deadline?
Yeah, if they're out of it. Not
take.
Yeah, no, that take is not bad. It's saying it's more likely that he's not on the Jets at the end of the regular season than he is. I think it's a little extreme.
Well, if they were looking to trade him to get something out of it, then you really
Glenn says they weren't. Glenn denied that initial report. He said they were never going to trade him. He said he called up Brees and told him, "You're on the team. You're my running back."
Out of curiosity, I mean, you have people in the inside. Do you believe it or not?
I don't think they were trying to trade him. I think teams called because they saw the Jets had multiple running backs, and Glenn made the comments about a running back committee. So people took that as, oh, Brees could be available, but I don't think they were going to trade him.
All right. I mean, because, Samini seemed to write quite a bit about it, indicating that it was actually likely at the time, if I remember correctly.
I don't think Samini wrote that at all. Find me the article where Rich said it was likely they were going to trade him.
I have to go back, but I just not that it was likely, but just that there was something to the rumors. And it wasn't just out of thin air.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure teams called, but that doesn't mean the Jets were shopping him. There's a difference.
Right. And the idea of Tyrod being better than Fields is just ludicrous at this point.
Yeah, I mean, 1 game to win. If you guaranteed me Tyrod's health, okay, maybe, depending on the opponent. But if you're trying to win over the course of a season, the guy who the offense is built around is 1,000% your better option.
Right. Well, which playbook do you like better? The playbook you build around Fields or the playbook you build around Taylor? I'd say the playbook you build around Fields.
Right, because the playbook around Taylor involves throwing a lot more, and they don't have the weapons besides Garrett Wilson to do that.
Exactly. But it does say a lot, the fact that he was 4-2 in Pittsburgh, and then they decided to bench him, and go with Russell. I mean, wins and losses can be a misleading stat. I mean, we saw that with 2 years ago with Zach Wilson, that despite the Jets' record, we knew that had nothing to do with Wilson. So, it's nice that Fields will be 4-2, and we should be so lucky that he leads us to a record of over 500. But wins and losses don't necessarily indicate whether you're a good quarterback or not.
There's more nuance to it, 1,000%, Jason. But look, a lot of Steelers fans didn't like the decision to bench Justin Fields last year for what it's worth. Ultimately, they felt like Russ gave him a higher ceiling. But we'll see. The Jets have built an offense they think that is centered around what Fields does well. That's the difference. He was running the Russ offense last year, the Arthur Smith offense in Pittsburgh. This offense is going to be Fields running designed quarterback keepers, designed RPOs. Quarterback power is going to be a frequent play call. You're going to see a lot of that. And the Jets are hoping that allows them to win games. Blitz BK in the house. The Blitz BK album, a big hit. He's in the raffle for 1. PBM in the house. He's in the raffle for 2. I need a week 1 win more than food, water, and oxygen. Play the effing sound. JETS, 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 Jets. Also, do you have a Bob W drop? Let's hear it, baby. What do you just think I'm a monkey on call for you? I don't have a Bob drop for you, but I'll work on that for you, PBM. How about that? Let's go. Jets Worldwide says, shout out to Francisco, who's my son's Uber driver right now, listening to the show. No way. What up, Francisco? This is for you in the car with Snowball's son. That's awesome. We're big in the Uber community. Shout out to you, Francisco. Austrian Jet fan, the number 1 version of Austrian Jet fans, is in the raffle for 1. Reminder, last show to enter our raffle. We got 3 sick prizes tomorrow morning I'm giving out. Sauce signed jersey, a jersey you see on the screen there, signed by all 4 members of the New York Sack Exchange, and then a signed Justin Fields jersey. Jet Life says, get me in there. Jet Life, you are in the Asmaniac raffle officially now for 2. Speaking of Rich Cimini, these are playoff odds that ESPN's analytics has come up with. The Jets are projected to win 6.9 games, so we'll say 7. Their chances to make the playoffs are at 15.6%. Most sports books have the Jets win total at around 5.5. FanDuel, you could find it at 5.5. So ESPN's analytics are telling you to go over the total on the Jets wins for what it's worth. We shall see. Julian says, this Sunday, baby. Oh, yeah, we are close to Jets football. Do you feel the pain coming?
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Or will we have glory against Aaron Rodgers? You're in the raffle, Julian. Good luck. Austrian Jet fan is in again for 1. A lot of entries. Get them in. Shorter show than normal. It's Labor Day, baby. Bang! And this will be hour 5 of broadcasting already for me because I did 4 hours this morning on ESPN New York. All right, for the first time today, let's check in with the only other person that is on hold. He has a huge barbecue today, so he's very nice to squeeze us in before that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
Don't miss. Very good. Good. I like that close shave. That's nice. That's nice. That's good. No, there. Now, except for the nose here, we'll take care of that later. Are you ready? No. I said, are you ready? It's time. This Sunday on the battlefield at MetLife, 80,000 will be screaming. 80,000 will be with shovels and pickaxes and crosses for Aaron Rodgers' life. 80,000 of us are going to come with fist and destruction and an annihilation for Rodgers' head. Rodgers, this is not your house no more. You better be afraid of what you wish for, because the time for you is the end. Be afraid. What you're about to expect is not going to be your walk in the park. But this walk in the park is going to be a little scarier. We got Aaron Glenn. We got a hungry team now. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Be afraid. Oh, shit.
Beast, thank you. Open phone lines for anyone who wants in on the conversation. Mr. Magoo says, let's go TCU. Bill Belichick, let's go TCU. Bill Belichick. Well, you're rooting for TCU against Bill Belichick, I think you mean. I can't wait to root against Bill Belichick again tonight. It's going to feel like old times. Remember he lost his last ever game to the Jets and Robert Saleh? Ha, ha, ha. Jojo says, Jake, I'm so excited to watch my first football season with this amazing community. LFG. Bang! Jojo, let the pain begin. One thing we do know around here is how to commiserate our misery all together. Beats Custom Kicks in the house. Jake, love the work ethic on a holiday like myself, so thank you for making my day better with a show. PBM, working on your kicks as we speak. I want in the raffle. Jets. Hey now, Beats Customs, working on Purple Belt Mike's Dark Knight sneakers. NY in Atlanta in the raffle for one. Man with a rake in Florida in the raffle for one. Let's go. It's Labor Day. Get in the raffle. It's tomorrow morning. Start the season off with a bang. More calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, his name was just mentioned. PBM.
Purple Belt Mike, he loves the Dark Knight. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that Purple Belt Mike. Purple Belt Mike, it might be purple, but he can still kick your dirty ass.
I can't wait for the season, man. Oh, I could sniff it. 3 more days, we get to watch some football, and then we get to watch our Jets hopefully win on Sunday, baby. I can't wait.
They better win, Mike. They better.
The whole season is the first week, so we got to win. Got to win. I need that shit.
The season's over if they lose.
Well, it kind of is. we could see 1-5 if we lose, and then we know it's over. So we got to win. We got to win. Aaron Glenn, trick plays. I don't give a shit. Everything you got. Throw the whole kitchen sink on Sunday. We need to win this game.
Trick plays, really?
I don't care if it works. If a trick play, wide receiver, reverse, whatever, Arian Smith goes for an 80-yard touchdown, you're going to complain?
No, obviously, if it works, I'm going to be thrilled. I don't think we're going to see a ton of trick plays on the first week of the year, but I could be dead wrong.
Taylor Hamstring might have something up his sleeve, man. Might have some stuff that we've never seen before. I'll take it.
I hope he does.
As long as we don't get the Malachi Corley dropping it in the end zone, then or before the end zone, then I'll be good.
I hope that there are some trades. I hope there are some trick plays.
I hope there's just a W. I don't care. I don't care if we win 3-0, honestly. We just got to win.
I mean, look, they have to win, but I think the best path to doing it is the defense has to be unbelievable. And I think it starts with getting pressure on Rodgers. He's going to be rusty. You need Sauce to lock down DK Metcalf. And the Jets offense has to show up. They better be able to run the ball effectively.
How's this parlay? Sauce interception, Brees touchdown, over 50 yards rushing for Fields. You like it?
Do I think? One more time, let me hear it again.
Sauce interception.
Yep.
Brees touchdown, Fields over 50 rushing.
I don't like the Sauce interception.
It's plus 2,100.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like banking on an interception is kind of random.
I feel like he's going to do it, though.
He might. I mean, if you believe it, put it in. I'm not going to tell you to spend your money.
I'm going to do it. See what happens. Tell you what, if it hits, half of it goes in a super chat.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, baby.
PBM. Wow. I hope it hits. But you don't need to share it with me. I just hope it hits for your sake, Mike, because I want the Jets to win. Now, Jason in Jerusalem did send me the Samini article here about Brees. It doesn't exactly say that they're trading him. It doesn't say that at all, actually. I'll read you the story. New look backfield. This is from April 6, 2025. Except for a brief period at the start of his rookie season in 2022, Brees Hall has been the number one running back on the team, a high-volume runner and pass catcher. First-year coach Aaron Glenn has other plans. It sounds like Glenn wants to employ a committee approach, utilizing second-year backs Braylon Allen and Isaiah Davis to complement Hall. Then it has Glenn's quote. It says, I think mentally Hall's in a good place, but I would say that we have 3 running backs on this team that we're going to utilize as much as possible. They're all big men. They could run. They're violent. They're physical. So I think once we get a chance to get the players in and see exactly how they operate, I think every player is going to be happy with the way we go about this offense. I think he's going to be one of them. Then Samini wrote, we'll see. No skilled player likes to lose touches, especially in a contract year. Hall will be a free agent in 2026, and the open market often isn't friendly for running backs. Production matters. Then it says, Glenn's comments will surely fuel trade speculation. Hall is among a handful of players up for a contract extension, most notably Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson, both drafted the same year as Hall. It'll be difficult to keep all of them long-term. Hall is a gifted player who would attract interest if dangled in trade talks. Perhaps the Jets would consider moving him if Boise star Ashton Genty is available with the 7th pick on April 24th. That does not say that they're trading him. That does not say they're shopping him. It's Samini just speculating. There's been no reports the Jets are actively trading Breece Hall. The only reports were from Josina Anderson the day of the draft that teams called about Breece, and Glenn shut those down on draft night. So we could stop with the Breece Hall trade speculation. They're not trading him, nor should they. It's dumb. On that note, let's get back to your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 6 days away from the season, so stop what you're doing and sing along.
Get ready for Neil. He will make 13 points about the New York Jets and maybe hump a Patriots jersey. Get ready for Neil. He's probably smoking a big fat cigar and burning his house to the ground. That's Neil.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go, Neil. It's game
6
week.
days. It's coming here. It's coming. The temperature's getting hotter. I'm watching a lot of highlights. Let me tell you something. This team reminds me of that 09-10 team with Rex Ryan. Ground and effing pound. That's what we're going to do. The Steelers have a great run defense. They're good against the run. Hayward, look, the bottom line is Tippmann can handle Hayward. This other center will get pushed back into Fields' mouth. Hayward is a beast. So you need to put Tippmann on him and Tomlinson on him and push him around a little bit. The left guard. What's his name?
John Simpson.
Simpson. Him and Simpson should be able to push Hayward around. Look, we're going to run the ball. It's not going to be like exciting and touchdowns all over the place, but we're going to have a good game, and it's going to be a war. And that's it. Bottom line.
Well, that's their path.
A war.
What are you going to do? The Jets.
There we go. We got a Neil Labor Day party going on here.
Have everybody leaving for Labor Day to go. Say hello, Elena.
They're leaving. It's just getting started. Everyone's leaving already. It's only 11:30.
I know. It's
the barbecue
overcast today. It's very overcast.
Is it?
Very overcast. But like this guy, I don't know. Who was this guy that made that take about Tyrod Taylor?
Ryan Dunleavy.
What a dumb Levy. Dumb Levy. Rich Samini. These guys, I can't stand them all. They all, look, it's very easy, Jake, to make negative takes about the Jets because more chances than not you're going to be right. But every squirrel finds a blind, even a blind squirrel finds a nut, and we got to find the nut. What?
We do.
I don't know. So everybody have a great Labor Day. Let's get psyched. Where's I want my boy there. I want Lowski. Where's Lowski?
He called yesterday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? He had an epic call. I think it was on Friday. My second show Friday.
We're going to have some epic calls coming up this week leading up to the game. Let's get ready, baby. Let's go.
Ladies and
Purple
gentlemen.
Belt Mike is all pumped up, man. He reminds me of this is how I was 25, 30 years ago, like Purple Belt Mike. I wore my wins and losses on my sleeve. I swear to God, man. He wants to win more than anybody.
Well, let's hope that we finally get to see some winning, Neil. 9-8 would be great. Just give us a winning season. A fun year.
I want more. I want more. That's not enough. Goodbye.
All right. Enjoy the Labor Day, Neil.
Jets!
He wants more than 9-8. It's going to be a tough year if that's the expectation, I think. Gotham FC. Jake, what's going on with this Jacoby Myers thing? There really hasn't been any new reporting since he requested his trade. I don't know if that means they're still not going to trade him. They might, but it means obviously that teams called and they didn't offer enough to this point. I would call about Jacoby Myers and at least find out what the cost is. I'm sure the Jets did. Little due diligence season. Rich says, hit the like. He's right. Reminder for those of you tuning in late, this is your last chance to enter our weekly raffle tomorrow. Signed Justin Fields jersey, signed Sack Exchange jersey, signed Sauce jersey, and I'm going to give away a Jets jersey of your choosing at the end of the show. So if you want in, gift to be a part of it. More calls, shall we? Jordan is up next on the show today. What's up, Jordan? Happy Labor Day.
What's up, Jake? Happy Labor Day to you too.
How we feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, dude. I'm feeling great. I'm so excited for this season. It's right around the corner. Just can't wait for football to be fully back with the NFL. But I wanted to get on here because I've seen some people talking about trick plays and all that. Forget all that shit. We just need hard-nosed, competent football that has good coaching. And so far from the preseason, that's what we've seen. You know, so can we go out there and look like a competent offense, you know, and run the ball heavy and play action deep passes to Garrett? That's what I think should happen. And the second thing I want to say is trading Breece Hall does not make this team better. I mean, trading Breece Hall doesn't make the team better. It makes them worse. If we trade Breece Hall, who are we going to get for him?
The only scenario you would trade him is if you're out of it at the deadline.
Well,
but,
yeah.
That's it. But like they're trying to win right now, so of course they're not going to trade him.
Exactly, and it's 9 days away from the season opener, and we're still talking about trading Breece Hall. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Completely agree, Jordan.
Have a good day, dude.
You too, man. Love the shirt. All right, couple of super chats and membership shout outs. Then I have open phone lines for anyone who wants in. Black Gypsy, I see you. You're in the raffle for another entry here. He's up to 2, baby. Hit it. Johnny Zipoli, who just wrote in the chat, how do I enter the raffle? He figured it out. He gifted a membership. Johnny, good luck. You're in for 1. And then Big Fella goes, isn't Cam Hayward still holding out? I don't know if he's fully practicing yet. I think he's going to play, though. I'd be shocked if he doesn't. Count on Cam Hayward playing. Folks, it's a new month, but since it is the holiday, I have not sent Gator the list of new Patreon members to add to our intro. So if you join the Patreon today, you'll be included in our countdown ticker update when I send Gator the full list of names tomorrow. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Huge shout out to David Osina, who signed up for the Patreon during this very show. He signed up for the month. And a huge shout out to Daniel Bloom, who also signed up for the Patreon over the weekend. Plus, recent Patreon members Thomas Bradshaw, NY Jets Man Cave, Jets Jesus, Husky Gazelle. They all became recent Patreon subscribers. Yo Home says, Steelers are getting rocked week 1. Hit that hopium. Sign me up for that. Do I think that's going to happen? No. But I hope it does. Rick Kent says, Neil is driving everyone out of his house. Jay says, AG says a center will start the game. Well, that we know. AG did confirm they will have a starting center. Didn't tell us who, but they will have a center. Ladies and gentlemen, we know it's a big barbecue day for him. Let's check back in with the man who insists he's not a meatball.
I am not a meatball.
Beast. Beast. Beast Breaker. We don't know where Beast is. But I'll tell you what. We do know where Kyle Clifton is. Hello, Mr. Clifton.
I get the sense that this is a bad matchup for Rodgers. Like what we saw over the last few years with him, he was having a lot of trouble picking up the blitz, and he has some familiarity with our defense. That was the personnel at least, but he's familiar with that defense in a kind of pin your ears back, stay at home type defense. And like the way I saw him trying to avoid the blitz and trying to move around to avoid the rush the last few years, I have a little bit of confidence that we can have guys coming from the second and third level and get home and maybe put a hurting on Rodgers in game one in a new system. I think that offensive line he's behind is mid at best. And, I feel like this is really a possible signature game for us where we can kind of just announce to the world that our defense is back and that we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. We're going to be playing to some of our defense strengths and maybe just, upset the apple cart a little bit. People think they know what we are. I mean, we don't even know what we are. And I'll admit that I'm a little worried about some aspects of the offense, but I think the defense is going to put some people on notice.
Well, I think the defense is going to be good this year. I do. I get concerned about can the Jets score enough? Like it could be a really ugly game where Rodgers doesn't play well, but they could still win, Like can the Jets offense score enough points where they can win the game?
Yeah, that's kind of all I had. I mean, I have memories of this guy, like, hesitant to move off his spot and making business decisions and really struggling with intense pass rushes over the last few years. And I think that might be, a factor of age. It might be something that's coming out now and, changing systems or whatever is only going to exacerbate that. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Great show, Jake.
Kyle Clifton, way to call in on Labor Day. Well done, sir. We appreciate Kyle Clifton's contributions as always. You Hate Me Now has gifted a channel membership. He is in the raffle for one.
I am not a meatball.
No, you're not, but you're in the raffle for one. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy once again insists he's not a meatball. Is he there this time, though?
I got gas right now. Oh.
When's the barbecue starting?
12:30. Yeah, too early right now. Too early. The birds are still out there going cheep, 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 cheep. And I'm also watching my one guy, the one guy from Carolina. Oh my God, this guy makes fried chicken that's so woo! That'll make your hair stand up. You'll be going doink, 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 doink. I highly recommend you check this guy out. It's called BS Experiences. This guy makes chicken that'll blow your mind. He'll do this so differently it'll blow a person's gasket away. A little bit of flour, a little bit of Cajun, a little bit of paprika. Get that in there, get in the batter up the chicken real nicely, get it in that nice fresh grease. Woo! Choo-choo! That chicken will taste so damn good, you'll be going, God damn, give me some more of that chicken. And I'm like, yeah, you want some that to go with that chicken? I got something to go with that chicken. Put a little of this on there. It'll make you scream. You'll be going, we're flying like V-Man, except V-Man's Superman, and I'm a different kind of superhero. Not the Green Lantern, and definitely not Batman, but my own person.
Hey, Matthew says there's nothing funny about you, Beast.
Whatever. Who cares? You're not to my league, Pally. You don't know what funny was if you looked it up in the dictionary. Butthead.
Hey, Beast, let me ask you something. Who's attending this barbecue of yours today? Who's on the guest list?
Private list only. Private.
Oh, of course.
Private only. Thank you.
No, I was invited.
On Sunday, I will be watching or listening to the ESPN New York because you're going to have Tattenbaum on.
Well, he's the co-host of the show, so he'll be on every week.
I will be checking that out.
Okay.
I will be watching. I'll be watching from above. So don't worry.
He's actually in Chicago right now. Should I tell him to swing by your attic for the barbecue?
No, not to be rude. Let him enjoy his day. Let him enjoy his peace. I want people to enjoy their day. Go out and enjoy the day. Seize the day. Hakuna Matata. Yada yada yada. But don't tour around like some kind of a weirdo. Just enjoy your day. Enjoy the peace. Go out, have some chicken, have a burger, have a hot dog, have a Polish, have a steak.
Hey, John says your hair reminds him of what his toilet paper looks like.
Low IQ, nothing new, nothing happening. I don't care. My hair's more sexier than his brains are. And I don't care. So
hey, Beast,
next call.
Give us a little, Will McDonald off the edge sacking Aaron Rodgers, but you got to put some lights on.
You mean someone's ass is gonna get smashed? No,
not if we can't see it. It's very dark in the Global Studio headquarters.
Fine, Buster. Now here comes the funny part. You want to see what a dime looks like? That's a mean sack right there. That's mean. You want to see it again? Left position. That's what happened to Rodgers. That's an example of Rodgers getting his ass sacked again. Right on his back, flat. And you know what that's gonna sign for him? I'm injured. What do you expect? You're 41. You can't hit it. Hit the showers, old man. That's a warning to you, Rodgers. Your last day in New York will be your final ride. So that sack that you saw, that's your last. Jets. Remember it, folks. We're coming for Rodgers' head and prepare for the annihilation. Hope you enjoy the landing.
Beast, thank you. Some salient points obviously made there. Genergy says, I got my G5 shirt on today. Got to let them know where I'm from. Let's go, Genergy. Shout out to everyone who bought the G5 shirt from the merch store, jakeasman.com. We got some people that were rocking the Coach AG shirt over the weekend, too. Here's the G5 ones. jakeasman.com/shop. Links in the description. Here are the Coach AG shirts as well. Let's go. Up next on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is Mad Max.
What do you guys' opinion on me doing a backflip through this orange wall? What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Mad Max, how are you?
Good. So let's talk about my Jets Steelers prediction. So Justin Fields, he's going to have like 200 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. And then he's going to have, let's say like 85 rushing yards and 1 touchdown.
So you think he's going to have 3 total touchdowns and nearly 300 yards of total offense?
I think so, because, Egg Shan's going to be creative. And then Garrett Wilson's going to have 15 catches for 180 yards and a touchdown. And I think Arian Smith is going to have 10 catches for 100 yards and 1 touchdown.
You think Arian Smith in his first ever game in the NFL is going to have 10 catches and 100 yards?
I think so, because, Arian Smith really showed a lot of potential in the preseason.
100 yards on 10 catches? What is he, just 10 yards a catch?
I mean, I think he might have
He's a deep play guy. That doesn't even, the math doesn't make any sense on that.
He might be used for screens or be a little bit gadget.
If you said he had 3 catches for 100 yards, that would make more sense.
I could agree with you on that.
Okay.
And then I think the defense is going to play well. Aaron Rodgers is going to get sacked, in the game. Quentin Williams is probably going to have 1 sack. And then Will McDonald's going to have 1 sack. What are your predictions to the game?
So 2 sacks total? That's it?
2 sacks.
Okay.
What do you think? What are your predictions to the game?
I'm going to save those for later in the week.
Sounds good.
Now, let me ask you something, Max. What drugs did you take today?
Didn't take any. I'm just back at school.
Where are you going to school?
Rowan. I'm back at Rowan already.
Now, do they drug test you at Rowan?
No, they don't.
No? Maybe they should.
No, they shouldn't.
So what's the score? How many points are the Jets going to win by then?
It's going to be 20-17.
So let me understand something here.
Or 27-20. We're
20, the Jets are scoring 27 points.
I think so.
Okay.
That's just my prediction.
So Justin Fields, 3 total touchdowns.
I think so.
Arian Smith, 10 catches.
Let's lower it to 5.
Okay.
Let's lower it. And then he's going to have 80 yards. And then I think, or maybe 5 for 50, I'll lower it. And then Garrett Wilson's going to have 10 catches.
So Garrett's going to have how many times do you think that they're going to throw?
They'll probably like throw a little bit and then they'll run a little bit. So they'll probably have like a 50-50.
Okay. Hey, I hope you're right, Max.
Hope so.
Now, what else is on your mind?
Nothing much, just getting back to school, getting back to the group.
Is today the first day of school?
No, Tuesday is the first day, but I moved in like yesterday. So it's Labor Day is going to be it's like a big thing here. There's like some dage going on today for Labor Day.
Ooh, there's a dage going on. For those who don't know what that means there's a day party.
It's a day party.
Yes, we're familiar with the dage.
Any hot chicks in the dorm? No.
I didn't ask you that. Tom Ace asked you that.
Tommy? No.
What?
Nope.
Is it a co-ed dorm?
No, it's just males in it,
So just males in the dorm.
Yeah. Max's beer choice. From Ray Winter. Just a frat beer,
So where is this danger taking place?
It's at Rowan, just at one of the houses,
Frat house?
Frat house.
How'd you get invited?
You just pay. It's open.
Now, are you a freshman, Max?
Sophomore.
So you
I know everyone.
You know the ropes already.
I know the ropes. I know the ropes,
So you're going to show up. So walk us through the game plan here. What time does the danger start?
2.
So 2:00. What is there a pregame situation going on? How are we going to prepare for this?
Sometimes they pre-games, but most of the time you just go in, you go with some girls, you talk to people. It's a good way to meet people and also see people you haven't seen all summer,
Yeah, but don't you want to pregame before you go in? Because wouldn't that save you a lot of money on drinks while you're there?
No, you don't pay for drinks.
So they have enough alcohol for everyone that pays?
Enough alcohol.
Now, what are you drinking? Like Natty Light or other terrible beer?
Probably terrible beer, whatever canned beer they have, whatever frat juice they have,
Now, where are you calling us from right now?
From the apartment.
This is your dorm room?
This is my apartment room. So it's this is the living room and everything,
So this is like the common area.
Common area. No one's in there right now.
Man, all right. So so you went out of here to make your phone call to give some jet takes. Where's your actual dorm room?
My dorm room's in the next room over. I have some Jets flag. I have a huge Jets flag. And
can we see the setup?
My roommate's in there right now, but probably another call.
What is he doing?
He's doing work right now for some engineering. So I'll probably show I'll show you guys another time.
Engineering. He's smart.
Yeah, he's smart.
Well, what's your major?
Sports communication and media.
Ah, I see. How'd you guys meet?
We're just random, but we were on the call,
You was just random?
A random roommate, but we called a couple times. I know a lot of people. Though.
Wait a second. Did you live with him last year too?
No, I just lived with him this year. He's chill though.
So this guy, completely random, and he agreed to live with you, Mad Max?
He agreed to live with me, but
wow.
we called a couple times. We're chill.
Is he on drugs?
No.
No. He's not smoking the Boubange?
No.
The Mary Jane? The marijuana? The weed? No. No. He muted his mic. Why'd you mute your mic?
Didn't mute it. I just. No. How about them Jets?
How about them?
How about them Jets? We're gonna win. We're gonna win, baby. Just win, baby.
How many games?
8 games.
8 games?
8. That's my ceiling, and my floor is 4.
How are you at 8 wins after you just predicted Arian Smith was gonna have 10 catches 6 days from now?
I just think we potential. I think
go balls to the wall. Say, give me a 10-11 win season at that rate.
That could happen if everything exceeds expectations. That's just my thoughts.
So let's go out on a limb and say it.
I think if we exceed expectations, we'll win 10-11 games.
No, say I believe the Jets are winning 10 games.
I believe the Jets are going to win 10 games.
There you go. Say it with some oomph.
I believe the Jets are going to win 10 games. That's just my opinion.
There you go. Max, enjoy the darty today. All right. I hope you get laid.
Sounds good. What are you guys' opinion on me doing a backflip through this orange wall?
Thank you, Mad Max. I miss those darty days. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you haven't. I have open phone lines right now, and there's no one on the line. So for those of you complaining there's too much beast, guess what?
Oh. Who's up, man? I'm hungry for that chicken right now. Oh, yeah.
Those are my options, people. So help the show by either calling in or ask me something Jets or NFL related. Comments, questions, super chats, they cut the line. Do me a favor if you haven't. Please follow me on Instagram. I got a new sponsor I'm working with that I'll announce coming up. but it's very Instagram savvy, and I think you Jet fans are going to love it. So please follow me at Jake Asman if you haven't done so already. Let's see here. I was going to run a poll. Will Mad Max get laid today? But I won't do that today. We'll save that for another time. Let's see. Oh, look who's called in. I don't know if he's on a bike yet or not. I don't see his camera. I think he's there, though. Nate, parentheses Nate, is next. Hello, Nate.
That was quick. I just heard the trying to get beast off the line. So Max is a tough act to follow. I'm not going to lie.
Well, you have a huge advantage here, though, Nate. You have the advantage of you're on a bike in New York City, and people live vicariously through you.
Should we get a Jets prediction from random people on the street?
Yeah, see if you can find someone.
I saw. Oh, pass on your right. What the fuck? Announce yourself. Sorry. Yeah, Max. I can't believe. How did Max call in? I mean, the fact that his roommate actually called and agreed to room with him is wild. When I was a freshman at Ohio State, I went early in the summer, and I had a kid who literally just got off the plane from China and had never been to America. And this wasn't like, he wasn't from Hong Kong. He was from like a farm in China and he was on scholarship there. And I felt a lot of pressure. I was like his first introduction to America in the middle of Ohio as this wild guy from New York. But shout out to Max's roommate. I definitely understand why they have like doors closed type of rules for when the kid has to study. And Max, I think, has called you.
Do you remain in touch with this roommate of yours that was from China?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It was, dude, I got there early for the summer. I was trying out for the club basketball team, so I was there with like all of the athletes, and I guess like a couple of the, the kids. I don't know why he was there early, but he was in our dorm, so it was even more awkward because the whole summer was going out with like the lacrosse team and the hockey team, and like I think his name was Wei Xing. It was like I wasn't even good at pronouncing his name, but. Yeah, he wasn't really interested with hanging out with me either. Like I was always trying to be like, hey, we could get some whatever, go do a meal swipe together. And he had his own like Chinese friends. So no, we don't really interact anymore. But I got lots of other Buckeye friends who I do.
Hey Nate, Troll says to leave his food with the doorman.
My mocha. Shout out to 787 Coffee again for putting my mocha in a bag. But I missed the entire show, so I also don't know what you're talking about. I just wanted to get Beast off the line.
Well, that's a good job by you.
Ended my workday.
Now, let me ask you this, Nate. You're going to be there on Sunday. Are you predicting a Jets win?
Absolutely. I'm predicting. I think the closer we get, I obviously think we're going to make the playoffs. But I'm all in. Like the closer we get, I'm all in on Fields. Like, why not? I'm now picking him in every fantasy draft I can.
I got him in my fantasy draft too.
Right, we're gonna look like a college offense. He's gonna have a good baseline for a fantasy quarterback that runs around all the time. And
he's a great fantasy quarterback. Like he'll average like 20 points per game in fantasy.
No, and he also has like we've said this a million times. Like he has an offensive line for the first time, and he has a team and a coordinator that paid him and believes in him. That whole ever since they got to Chicago, they kind of wanted him to. He was trying to put a square in a round hole, which never really worked out for the way he played. And Glenn, it seems like they're really going to adapt to the type of quarterback he is. They understand his limitations, and they're going to play to his strengths, if you will, which with all the good coaches do. So I'm eager. I'm very eager, and I always on every call I compare this to 2009, where I'm like, yeah, we beat the Texans. I think it was week 1 with Matt Schaub. Like, dude, Matt Schaub, Aaron Rodgers. At this point in career, what's the difference, right? This should be a win, as long as it's obviously going to be a defensive battle. But then week 2 is. I'm already looking forward to week 2. That's how confident I am in week 1. I'm looking past the Steelers, and I'm like, at home, Bills, we're going to make this same statement Rex Ryan did at home when we said we weren't kissing the rings, and then Revis got that interception over Moss week 2, and Giant Stadium was buzzing. That's what it's going to be like in MetLife week 1 and week 2. And I'm excited. Are you going to the tailgate, or you just you're doing your show, aren't you?
I'm working, so if you want to hear me on your way to MetLife, put on ESPN New York.
I'll pass. But I'll definitely be at the tailgate. I'm excited to meet Dylan T, who I think is going to talk in Jets. And I know Lee Van texted me. I'm sure many of your people will be at the tailgate representing. But
are you doing the Talking Jets tailgate? Which tailgate are you going to?
I think so. I I don't know. I'm weighing my options, but I'll probably stop at multiple tailgates. But I think that might be like the final destination. I might stop and say hi to a few people, and then kind of make the final one, talking Jets wherever they are.
Oh, I'm Nate. I'm so popular. I go to all the tailgates.
Literally, quite literally. Yeah, I'm Nate. Parentheses Nate. Give me all my mochas and bags.
Nate, enjoy Central Park.
Always. Take care, Jake.
I'm not gonna waste my time on other shit that doesn't make any sense.
Thank you, Beast. Peg, Artie, 5 more raffle entries. Hey now.
Joining us right now is a new member of the ESPN family. He's also an
Nobody gives a shit.
Hold on. I'm having some glitches here, Rich.
Oh, that was great. That was perfect. Nobody gives a shit.
Genergy in the house. Happy Labor Day weekend. Currently repping my G5 shirt at the Tampa Bay airport. Gotta let him know. Jets, baby. Rodgers and the Steelers going down. Shout out to the leader of our 4% audience, the great Genergy. Love it. Says, happy Labor Day. 6 days till Jets football. Bring on the pain. Can they win on Sunday? That's all that matters. John says, that clip with Rich real? Oh, it's real. The original doesn't exist because I didn't post the full thing. I edited it out for the actual interview. That happened. That is not an edited clip. That definitely happened. Rich, meet Beastbreaker. Beastbreaker, meet Rich. Artie and Peg are next. They're on the line. What's up, Peg and Artie?
Not much, Jake. How are you?
How's it going, Asmaniacs?
Happy Labor Day. How we doing?
We're doing good. We just got back from the suburbs. We got some chicken lottery tickets and some stovetop stuffing. So that's what we're planning on for Labor Day dinner.
Beastbreaker like going to the suburbs.
It is. Yes. It is very Beastbreaker like. Beastbreaker has a lot in the works. We've been in tight communication with him every evening. We're looking forward to great things from Beastbreaker coming up.
I've heard a lot about these communications between you two.
Yes. Beastbreaker is one of a kind, global enforcer, and we are total allies of him.
Yes.
I love it. So you're part of the alliance.
We're part of his alliance for sure.
Love it. That's outstanding.
Anyway,
I can't wait to see you guys in a couple of weeks in Tampa.
Yeah, we'll be there for sure. We're gonna have a great time.
have to buy a Beastbreaker shirt.
Might have to, babe. Yeah, we have to.
They're still available.
I think I have to buy a Beastbreaker shirt.
Hey, Jake,
leave it up.
You know, it was weird the way it came out. Did you see the memberships that we just did? Because it didn't show on our phone. I just didn't know. I want to make sure it went through.
Yes,
Okay.
I shouted them out and they
you
went
did?
through on
Okay.
my end. Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah, we didn't see it for some reason. I don't know why. It showed on the TV, but not on the phone. It was just some sort of stupid thing, I guess.
You're all
Anyway,
set. Good luck in the raffle. I hope you guys win.
thanks. Well, I'm counting on 10, 11 wins this year. I think we're going to win the AFC East.
I say 9.
You think the Jets are going to win the division? I'll
I
take it.
do. I think about time we had some luck and the other teams don't. You know, I think it's our turn.
They need more than 10 wins to do that, though, no? Like, if you're going to win the division, you got to probably win at least 11, 12 games with Buffalo in that division.
If Buffalo falls back a little bit, I mean, they lost their defensive tackle, Achilles injury recently. Things can happen. I mean, who says Josh Allen's going to have a free pass all season long? Anything can happen. I'm not wishing any ill will on him, of course, but I just have a feeling that this is going to be Rex Ryan-like run into the playoffs and in the playoffs. So I think we're just due, man.
From your lips to God's ears, Artie. I hope
I was just
that
going to
happens.
say that. Yep. All right, brother. Have a good day. Asmaniacs, have a great day.
Ladies and gentlemen, Artie and Peg.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Also known as Party with Peg and Artie, who will be down in Tampa with us for our Bucks weekend. Beastbreaker writes in, I'm a cooker and a tough businessman. Anthony wrote in, I got my Beastbreaker shirt on the other day and I wore it and people were wondering what the hell it was. It's a very unique shirt, that is for sure. By the way, here's a different angle of where Neil was calling us from the other day on the show. This portrait was just sent to me. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Anyone who orders a Beastbreaker shirt from jakeasman.com, 5 raffle tickets. Let's see if anyone actually does it. And that will be applied for tomorrow's weekly raffle. Incredible. More of your calls right now, ladies and gentlemen, on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is the big fella.
He's home, his belly is on the bed. That's what feels good. On the road, his belly's on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. He calls the show, his belly's on the bed. He's just more comfortable. He got a beard, loves the jets, super jets. Where's the big fella sleeps alone. There's no room on his bed. Where's the big fella?
Hey, what's up, man?
Big fella.
Haven't talked to you in a while. Ever since that Xavier Gibson making the team, oh God, is there going to be anybody that has more pressure on them during the opening game than that guy?
He better not muff a punt.
That's what I'm saying. The
Better
place
not.
Nuts. Even if he juggles it a little bit, I mean, it's going to be crazy. Now, one thing that I'm looking forward to with the opening game is how Harrison Phillips works with Quinnen Williams. I want to see Quinnen really take his help and get after the quarterback, get after Rodgers, because he hasn't had anybody with his talent in I don't think ever, or I don't know who would you say is the best player that went like tandemed with Quinnen during his career so far?
Who's been the best next to Quinnen, you're saying? Yeah. I mean, Sheldon Rankins had a really good year next to Q.
Quentin Jefferson, maybe?
Yeah, Jefferson. I mean, Quinnen's never had someone as established as Harrison Phillips, but Phillips is not a pass rusher. He's a guy that's just going to be an elite run stuffer, which is exactly what they needed.
Well, that's what I mean. Like Phillips is going to be taking up the blockers, and
JFM when he played inside is a good one. Someone in the chat mentioned that.
That's true. That is a good one, actually. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to that, and I want to see Stevens really establish himself, because supposedly he did well in camp, and him and Sauce. I want to see if there's like a drop off between Stevens and DJ Reed. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of DJ Reed. I thought he led the league led the team in penalties last year. So I wasn't a big fan of him, but he was good, but I'm interested to see the drop off, if there is any, between Stevens and Reed.
Your hair looks tremendous today, big fella. I hope you know that.
I just woke up. I'm good. It's Labor Day. I wake up late, so Were
you invited to Beast Barbecue today?
No, actually I wasn't. I heard you were.
Yeah, I couldn't make it.
I get those daily updates from Beast also. So.
You get emails or Instagram messages?
Oh, I get texts.
Oh, you have his number?
No, on Discord.
Oh, okay.
It's an everyday thing, and we watch wrestling together on Wednesdays, so it's actually pretty fun. But yeah, my world is turned upside down.
That's amazing. I'm very happy for you too.
Oh, thanks, man. I mean, he's not a bad guy. You start to understand. Okay, like every conversation is, God, life is hard. It's like, all right, I try and coax them through it. Like, yeah, like, I understand. And it's like,
He's a man's man. He's been through it all.
Then I'm gonna go cook chicken. I was like, okay, bro, that sounds good too, man. So, but no, he's a good guy. I mean, he's come a long way since the beginning. I remember when he was fighting with everybody.
I do.
He was fighting with everybody, and it was just like, I just think he was just trying to survive. But he's come a long way. I'm happy for him. And we gotta take this Bobby Beasley and put him out to pasture, man. Enough is enough with that clown. So
he is a clown. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Those are just some thoughts I had on the game and everything. And I hope you have a great Labor Day.
You too, ladies and gentlemen. The great big fella checking in.
Oh shit!
Love it. Hey, shout out to listener Terrence. I think that's Jet Life if I'm following the comments. He's the first person that actually bought a Beast t-shirt just now. I just got the alert on my phone. So, we have another one. John A. just bought a Beast shirt as well. John, you and Jet Life are earning 5 raffle tickets for the weekly raffle tomorrow. Incredible. Well done. Well done. John says, I just purchased the... Yep, that's you, John. I got you down. If you're a Patreon member, use the discount code. If anyone else is going to buy. Let's see. Peter Casher says, blitz, travel with sauce, and win. Ideally, you get there with 4. So Rodgers doesn't have time to get rid of the ball real quick and beat the blitz, but he's playing with new linemen. He's only had this one great receiver, and the Jets should be equipped to take that guy out of the game with sauce. I think you want to be aggressive. I think you want to send linebackers off the edge. You want to send different looks. Send a safety blitz. Send a you want to give Rodgers a ton of different looks. They're gonna win this game. Ray says, if you buy a Breeze Breaker shirt, does that automatically make you in the alliance? Pretty much. I'll check in with the man himself just to confirm, but I'd imagine so. If you support the Beast, you're part of the Deadly Alliance.
Dangerous Alliance, the most powerful weapon on the planet Earth today. Our alliance is growing. Our fan base is getting stronger. And come Sunday, Spiritu Santo, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Rodgers will be destroyed. That's a warning. Rodgers, don't attempt to break anything. Your nightmares are coming. Your time on the clock is running out. And the first example, you're going to be a nice weaponry of meat on our plate. And you, Rodgers, you will not escape. You won't escape. Not this time, but next time you show your face around, your ass will be annihilated. I'm not going to waste my time on other shit that doesn't make any sense.
Thank you, Beast. Ladies and gentlemen, a 5 spot from Anthony Logerano. Hey now.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Anthony joins the raffle for 5, and you knew it was coming. He's always here to support the community. Rick Kent in the raffle for 5. Let's go.
Show me the money. Show me the money! Money.
Hey, shout out to Margaret M., the most recent Beastbreaker t-shirt purchaser. We've sold 3 Beastbreaker shirts this show. That is amazing. Margaret. Oh, you know what? The last name gives it away. Peg and Artie in. Love it. They did buy the shirt. And they used the Patreon promo code. Love it. Beast shirts flying off the shelves today, people. Let's see. Alscar Capone says, we need to treat Rodgers the way we did in Green Bay a few years back. He was sacked and picked off that game. Quinnen had the game of his life that day. I think that was Quinnen's best game as a Jet. He was amazing. He was the best player on the field. I think that's the key, right? You got to get pressure up the middle. CJ Mosley said this last week. You can't let Rodgers set his feet. So you got it. If you can get a pass rush up the middle, that's why I think it's a big Quinnen game. There's an opportunity there. Jersey Jet says, I'm predicting Will McDonald will have a multi-sack Sunday with 1 strip. I hope so. That'd be huge. That would be huge. Beast says that Rodgers will be dog meat. Beast, there are some saying he'll be guinea pig meat. Any thoughts?
Wrong. Dog meat is the perfect name for him. After Rodgers is done, he's gonna be canned puppy chow after the first quarter, and by then it'll be shipped out. 1, 2, or can we get that picture up of you and Gator throwing Zach Wilson into the trash, going, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Beast. All right. Our fourth Beast Breaker shirt has just been purchased. Unbelievable. Michael Nieves, our pal NYC to SRQ, who's cleaned up on some raffle prizes of late. Love it. 4 shirts and counted. Donnie says, unfortunately, you guys had the 4th best quarterback in New York as your starter, and he was 5th best until Tommy Cutlets left. Ladies and gentlemen, today's dumbass of the day is Donnie R57. Donnie, thanks for the time. See ya.
Now look what you've done. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give him another 24 hours to think about it.
See you later, Donnie. Update from the committee. Boomtown, our committee chair. He says the committee is deliberating and working hard on preparing the Asmaniac Power Rankings for August. Stay tuned. This is true. I have seen some of these debate topics in our committee Discord chat. All right, almost done with the show here. I already did 4 hours of radio this morning, so I'm not doing 2 hours here on YouTube on Labor Day. But hopefully you guys are enjoying a little Monday show. We're going to be back with our usual 2 shows per day all week long. Got a great guest in the morning tomorrow. Green Beans joining me. And then Sabo will be in the afternoon. Fireman Ed's going to join me later this week. I'm working on a little Joe B appearance before the Jets season, so get ready. We're back, baby. Jets football. Let's see. Hungry Hippo says, Beast, can I come over today for the barbecue? I'll bring zebra cakes. Let me ask Beast if he likes zebra cakes, and then we'll go from there. Hold on.
Do what I said, did I? That didn't look like me. I'd rather, I want to do a run where it's just run and then just dive into the end zone like whoa, wham, and then just spike the ball. Simple. Zebra cakes are B+ in my book, but I will still say Nutty Buddies are the best. Nobody gives a shit.
No, I care. I care. That's great. Love that, Beast. Tremendous. All right, last chance here. We got the raffle coming up for a Jets jersey of your choice. Fields, Wilson, Gardner, JJ, Quinnen, or Quincy. If you don't win, tomorrow on the show, Fields signed jersey, Sack Exchange signed jersey, Sauce signed jersey, all raffled away. Someone's got to win, baby. Some will win, some will lose. Bino says, again, any wins forwarded to One Punch Dave Brigga. Hashtag Brigga stay for life. Bino, very nice of you. Good luck. If you win, the jersey will go to the great One Punch Dave Brigga. We're pro Brigga around here. See, Dave Brigga gets to enjoy Labor Day because he works. He believes in achievement. Charles Gorman, Bobby Midnight, they don't get to sit around and enjoy Labor Day. It's Labor Day for them every day. But here we believe in achievement. We believe in working.
J-O-B, job, job, job.
Curtis Martin fan for life says, where's my D. Milner jersey? Oh, I found it in the trash. D. Milner was the worst. Quill says, watching at work on lunch during Labor Day. Love it, Quill. That's a man who believes in achievement. Shout out to anyone who has to work today. Johnny says, working today as well. Chris B says, I believe in Jake Asman and our New York Jets team and fan base. How is Chris B not a channel member? You'd think the first time someone gifted a membership, it'd go to him. Eli says he's working 12 hours today. Hey, now. What else we have here? Eli says, D. Milner was my favorite Jets bust. Curtis Martin says, Jake, you worked 6 hours today. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I think I'm going to go to the U.S. Open tonight. I think. I'm kind of tired, though. I've been up since 4 a.m. Do I have it in me? Maybe just for the Sinner match, but we'll see. Brian says, where's Mr. Bonesy been? He called in last week. He's our champ. All right, I was going to end the show, but you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, there's a guy on the line who always brings his community together. He never says anything that is highly controversial, and that's why he's today's closer.
He's pointing. Garrett Box, point at you. Garrett Box, he point at you. Garrett Box, I'm pointing. I'm pointing. I'm pointing. I'm pointing. Garrett Box, point at you. I point.
What up, Jake?
Hey, Gary.
What's going on, my dude? First off, I told you I felt way more confident with the Jets winning than I did Texas. I had zero confidence that Texas would win that game.
I thought Arch was going to play better. He looked like Zach Wilson. What happened?
I don't know why Zach Wilson. I think everything is fixable. He just never seemed to get in rhythm. The first half, they couldn't. What did they have? One first down in the first half. He just never got in a rhythm. They couldn't get the offense going. In the second half, he threw the interception. They got stuffed at the 1 yard line. I mean, I think they probably outgained Ohio State. The defense was excellent. I thought the defense was A+. It's just they couldn't get anything going offensively. And then they drove the ball down to the 1 yard line and got stuffed. And it's like, ugh. But the first touchdown Ohio State scored was off of 2 penalties, right? It was a personal foul, and then there was another penalty that they got too. So normally in the past, this would kill you. A loss week 1 would almost doom your season. But now with 12 playoff teams, they could probably lose 2 more games and be okay. So it's not the end of the world.
Agreed. I mean, it changes everything. And that's why you hopefully get better matchups in the regular season now, because teams aren't afraid to schedule good teams with the fear of losing.
Well, you see 4 of the top 8 teams in the country lost week 1. Now, 3 of them lost to other top 10 teams, but 4 of Alabama, Clemson, and then Notre Dame. Did you watch the Notre Dame game?
I did. I won money on it. I had Miami.
There you go. There you go. That was a hell of a game. Miami's going to be a problem. Like, the ACC might be better than people think. Florida State, Ricky must be excited. Florida State looked real good. Did he call in yet? Has he called in?
Yeah, Ricky called in. He called in yesterday, and he was pumped.
I think Florida State, Miami are both going to be a problem. The ACC might be way better than we think it is. But to get to the Jets, I like Peg and Artie's call. Like, we don't even consider the fact that the Jets can win the division. But in football, the windows close quick. In 2009 and 2010, especially 2010, right? The Jets didn't win the division, but they were considered one of the best teams in football. They came back in 2011. They added Plaxico. It's like, oh, this is the year the Jets go to the Super Bowl. And they went 8-8. And they haven't been back to the playoffs since, shockingly. But what I'm saying is the windows close quickly. Things change quickly in football, right? Like, I don't know. Why are we just chalking up the division to Buffalo?
Well, there could be an injury too. You know, you hate to say it, but like Josh Allen, what if he suffered a serious injury? You never know. But the reality is the Bills are a much better team than the Jets until proven otherwise. That's why.
Until proven otherwise. I'm not. If I had to bet my money who wins the division, I'd bet my money on Buffalo for sure. Right? But things change quickly. And Buffalo's roster, I don't think is outside of the quarterback. I don't think is that great anymore like it was 2 years. It's still a good roster, right? It's good. But it's not like it doesn't blow your mind. It's like it's Josh Allen and a pretty good roster. Meaning if Josh Allen gets hurt, which he takes a lot of hits, he's going to get hurt at some point, right? You would think. He's not going to have an Iron Man streak like Eli Manning, just the way that he played. Eli Manning never got hit. Allen gets hit all the time. So you would think he could get hurt at some point.
Yeah, but if we're basing our analysis on if he gets hurt, it's kind of silly.
Yeah, I agree. He doesn't have a major, it's not like saying if Joe Burrow gets hurt, which is like a realistic thing, like he always gets hurt, right? Yeah, he's probably not going to get hurt, and Buffalo's probably going to win the division. But I just like the optimism. Let's not just chalk up the division to Buffalo because they've won it. How many years in a row has Buffalo won it?
A lot.
Like a lot, right? 5. Yeah, I like the optimism. I just can't wait for Justin Fields to go out there and be a competent quarterback, and we get to see what that looks like again for the first time since Chad Pennington, like what actual good quarterback play looks like.
Fitzpatrick was excellent for most of it.
Even that season, it was so hit and miss. 1 week was great, the next week was a disaster. Like that season, he had great games. He also had some terrible games, if I'm remembering correctly.
Well, that's the same with Rodgers too. Rodgers had some really good games too last year.
Yeah, it just the bad games all came in the beginning of the season and kind of ruined the season before it got started. I remember the Steelers game was really what were they 2-4, 2-5 after the Steelers game?
They were 2-5 after the Steelers game. Then they lost to New England and were 2-6.
To me, it was already over. Like 2-5 in the AFC. You ain't coming back from that. Like that was a gut punch. Like that was the same day the Mets lost to the Dodgers in Game 6. Like that was a gut punch. That was a devastating day for me. Like both my seasons are ending today. Then they lost to New England the next week. But look, they've lost a lot of games on special teams. They lost a lot of games on penalties and bad coaching the last 2 years. Those two things should be fixed. Like 9-8, I think is totally realistic. I don't think the roster's bad. I think the offensive line is really good. And you don't see teams with really good offensive lines being bad. Good offensive line is like a good jab. It might not carry you all the way to the top, but it'll carry you far. Like just off the strength of an offensive line in today's NFL, you can compete.
I agree. I've given the stat a couple times that under PFF's grading scale, the average win-loss record for a team that finishes in the top 10 in O-line is 10 wins. And there's only been, over the last 2 years, 19 of the 20 teams that were top 10 in O-line grading, they were at least a 7+ win team. So, like, I think the floor for the Jets, if their O-line is what we think, it could be 7 as long as they stay healthy. They could be better than that, obviously, given some of the other variables with Fields and all that. But there's just a lot of question marks. Hopefully they're better than we think.
Here's a stat that I would love to know. I don't have any idea what the answer is. A top 10 defense and a top 10 O-line. How often does that team miss the playoffs? Probably not much, right? Like that team probably makes the playoffs.
Probably at least 500 with that. At least an 8-win team, right?
I would think so. I kind of think that's where the Jets are. I would say are the Jets in the top 10 in offensive line? I would say definitely. Are they in the top 10 in defense? They should be. Like the talent, as long as JJ comes back and he's an effective pass rusher, I think it's a top 10 defense. The pieces are still in place. The Aaron Glenn's the head coach. He's obviously a great defensive mind. Yeah, it's a top 10 defense. It's a top 10 defense, top 10 offensive line. That team usually makes the playoffs, I would imagine.
They just don't have enough certainty at the quarterback spot. That's why there's that unknown. If Fields could be competent, then sure, they could be a 9-8 team. They could be maybe better than that if Glenn's awesome. Like Mike Tomlin does it with worse quarterbacks than Fields. Like he's done
I agree. Yeah. Everything so far about Aaron Glenn feels really good. I know he's coached 0 games as a head coach. I got it. Check. Understood. But like so far, he's passing all the tests. It looks good. I'm not saying they're going to win 12 games like I did last year, but like 9 wins, I definitely think that's on the table. Like, I don't think that's out of the question. I don't think they're a bad team at all.
I think they could be best case maybe 9, 10 wins. That's all. Asking a lot, though. I just think there's a lot of uncertainty. I'm more confident in 6 than I am 9. That's for sure.
But it's still the logo on the helmet and all the bad things that have happened in the past. If they had a different logo on their helmet, if it was the Bucks logo on their helmet, you would feel differently.
Yeah, but we said that last year, and then they went
I
out
know,
there
it
and
get worse.
It was a nightmare.
No,
So
I know.
like I did that exact exercise last year, like because people were poo-pooing like how good I thought the team was going to be. I'm like, if you remove Jets from their helmet and just look at the players, how is this team that won 7 the previous year, getting Aaron Rodgers back, not going to be at least a 10-win team?
No, I agree. Last year damaged. I think it damaged a lot of Jet fans because like we don't really have high hopes, right? And then Rodgers' first year when he got hurt 4 games, I said we're good. We can win 10. The second year they beefed up the line, right? They added more pieces. Like this team is real. Like this could be our year. And then the season was over. Like I said, they were 2-5. It was over before it started. There was week 3 felt great. And then after that, there was really nothing to celebrate anymore. Like that was the end of the season, and it was over before it started. It was a year we've been waiting. You know, that season we've been waiting for at least 2 years to get to, and then it's like it's over. There's no hope.
Hey, what do you think of Troll saying that if the Jets make the playoffs, he's going to break up with his girl?
Why would you break up with your girl if they make the playoffs? I mean, look, you can do what you want to do. I mean, maybe it seems to me they have deeper problems. I don't know. Why would you break up with your girl if they make the playoffs?
I'm not seeing the correlation.
Maybe he's just looking for a reason to get rid of her. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things he doesn't really like her. It's like, okay, I have an idea. Like there'll be a double win. If the Jets make the playoffs, they'll make the playoffs. I'll win there, and then I'll get rid of this girl who I'm not really into.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't like see the specific correlation. However, if Troll wants to clarify, I'd be happy to know.
My guess from reading that is he's not really into her.
He's not enamored with his girl.
He's not. He's looking for a way out of it. But people sometimes you just
maybe she'll dump him, as Papa Jet said.
Is she a Jets fan? Is she not a Jets fan?
I'm not familiar with anything going on with this Troll guy.
See, it's interesting because my wife is not a Jets fan. She's a Bears fan. She's a big Bears fan. But it's a lot easier for her to root for the Jets than it is for me to root for the Bears. Like she'll really get into the Jets when I'm watching it. For me, it's like I have to pretend and kind of fake it that I care that the Bears won on Sunday. Like I really don't care, right? Like when the Bears started off pretty good last year and then they lost like 9 in a row, whatever. It was really bad. Like she's watching the games like getting emotional. I'm like I actually don't care. You know?
She's a Giants fan.
Okay, all right. That's got like the Jets and the Bears are irrelevant. Like they don't factor in with each other, right? Like except the first year, the year we were dating, the year that we got engaged, was the year that the Jets and the Bears were both 1 game away from the Super Bowl. The Bears
now we have the answer. If we make the playoffs, she's got to go so I can watch the playoffs in peace.
Because the Giants sure is not going to be in the playoffs, so she's going to be bothering. She's going to want you to go to, Bed Bath & Beyond. Is that still a thing? She wants. Is it? That place still exists. She's gonna want you to do that instead.
Troll, what if you just like make plans to watch the game with your friends without her?
You guys, like I'm not trying to tell you what if you work all week and you work your ass off and you Saturday, I wasn't getting off the couch to do anything. I was watching college football from 11 in the morning until I don't know whatever time the Hawaii game ended, right? The Washington State game, whatever was the last game. I'm not getting off the couch. If your girl is giving you problems, you work all week and you're paying the bills, and she's giving you problems about watching football, you may want to re-examine that. I'm sure you bend over backwards for her. And, I don't know. You go to IKEA, whatever she wants to do. If she's giving you problems about watching football during football season, I don't know. This may not be the one for you. Especially if it's the playoffs. How often do the Jets make the playoffs? Give you issues about it. I don't know. I'm not getting good vibes from that.
Brian says, dating advice from Gary, get your notepads out.
Okay. So you think if a girl is busting your balls over watching a Jet game on a Sunday when you've worked all week and this is what you want to do, I want to watch my Jets.
John would like you to start a relationship podcast. Have you given that any thought?
I have. I've considered that. I can give you 3D boxing isms. I can, and it's for the ladies too. they can be ladies too. I can teach them how to be wives and girlfriends.
Do you allow your spouse to maintain credit?
That's interesting. Yeah, my wife has credit, but my wife, when we were dating, her credit was kind of poor. So I took care of it. Her name isn't on the mortgage or the car loan or anything like that because when we first got married, but it is now. But the first car we had, it wasn't. Her credit was pretty bad, so it had to all go into my name.
Cactus Johnny says his girl started to pull that major red flag.
Reasonable, Jake. Like it's different for you because it's your job. But let's say you wanted to watch the Yankees or the Knicks, something that's not that's still kind of related to your job. But you know what I'm saying, right? If you wanted to watch the Knicks playoff game and your chick was like, "Turn this off. Let's do something else." That might not be the chick for you. Is that wrong?
I would 100% agree with that.
Okay. Like if she's busting your balls over that, if you don't work all week and you don't pay any bills and you don't do nothing and she's on your case, okay, maybe you need to get better. But if you're working all week, I want to watch the Jets on Sunday. Get off my case. I'm watching the Jets. I'm not going to IKEA with you. You can go to IKEA. I'm not going shopping with you. Like we're not doing that. You can do that. I'm going to watch the Jets. Like,
football is part of the wedding vows and the PBM marriage.
There you go. See, I only met Purple Belt wife for 2 minutes on this show, right? I already know she wouldn't bust Mike's balls about watching the Jets. I already know. Like, let your man be.
Nick says, as much shit as people are talking, Gary has a happy marriage and a good family. Love that for him. A lot of guys here could actually get good advice on marriage and making it work.
I'm going to give you the advice for free. I'm going to teach you how to be a husband, how to be a man, and I can teach the women what. Because I don't think anyone teaches women how to treat a man. I can teach a woman how to treat a man and how they can keep a good man, right? Like, what's your name? What's the girl's name that always comes up? Madison? Is that her name? That always comes in? Amanda.
Yep.
Amanda Madison. That's her name, right? Oh, well, that always comes after me.
Ashley.
Ashley
Madison.
Ashley. No, her name's Amanda, isn't it?
I was kidding. Go ahead.
I could teach her. She could take my course, 3D boxing isms. The isms is for free. It saves lives. And I could teach you how to secure a man and have a high value man that you're actually attracted to. And I could teach her how to do that. And I would feel good about it. And she would live happily ever after.
Gator says, Gary, can you give PBM advice on how to deal with a wife who expects him to peel potatoes when he'd rather chat on Jake's show?
Well, look, I don't know what goes on. Mrs. PBM, Purple Belt wife, is that what we're calling her? Purple Belt wife. She seemed lovely. She seemed very nice. It seemed like he has a good woman there. So, however they worked that out, that's how they worked it out. Like, I don't know. He's got to peel potatoes. He's got to peel potatoes. But she seemed lovely, didn't she? She seemed really pleasant.
PBW?
Yeah, PBW.
She seems great.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't seem like she's nagging him and stuff.
JD says your ego can't get any larger.
Where's the ego? What did I say that was egotistical? Did I say anything that was egotistical?
I'm being an independent arbiter of the conversation right now.
I'm asking you for your takes, just as an outside set of eyes. I'm asking you to watch my game tape. What did you see? Did I do anything egotistical? Where's the ego?
I think you're just being you. Like, there's nothing that you've said that makes me think that you're more egotistical or less egotistical.
I agree. Because I said that I could teach Madison, Amanda, whatever her name is, how to attract
Ashley.
a high value man and keep her. I can do these, and I'm happy to do it. I am. I'm happy to help. Like, obviously, like she said, she has guys lining up for her, and she's single, so she's doing it all wrong. I can give you the 3D boxing isms. I can teach you how to attract a high value man and keep him. It's not very hard. Shut your mouth. Basically, is what it comes down to.
Can I shout out Rebecca, who in the middle of all this is just throwing in a Jets take? The only games where I believe the Jets don't really have a chance is Baltimore, Buffalo, Minnesota, and Denver. Rebecca, thank you. Also, Rasta, thank you. You're probably our last recipient to enter the Asmaniac Raffle, which is coming up right after we get done with Gary's dating and relationship podcast here.
Yeah, just general man advice. And the women, I could teach them how to attract a high value man. I could teach them how to treat a man and what they can do to keep a high value man. A man that they're
Gotham
actually attracted
FC Jets. I don't need relationship advice from Gary.
You guys say this. I think it's truly extraordinary when people who aren't good at marriage tell me how to be good at marriage when I'm objectively good at marriage. Like it's truly.
How do you know that?
to me.
How do you know that Gotham FC Jets is not good at marriage?
I don't know. I don't know Gotham for sure. I don't know him specifically. I don't know him.
How do you know it to him?
Dollars to donuts. If you had to bet on this, is it him or a her?
I'm feeling feminine on this one.
He's absolutely a guy. Gotham, are you a man or a lady?
I think Gotham's a woman.
I would absolutely say. First of all, you're betting against the odds because only 4.5% of your viewers are women. So
No, I think Gotham's a perfect 10.
All right. I'm either way. I really don't want to hear the opinion of a woman at all. Like really on anything. It's not my wife. I don't really want your opinion on anything.
You let your wife give opinions?
Yeah. I value. Ultimately, I'm the decision maker, and it lies on me. But yeah, I absolutely get my wife's feedback on most things. On some things, I don't really care. Right? Like if I'm scouting a fighter, I don't really care what my wife thinks. Right? But
Gotham FC. My real name is Brittany.
Jump online. Call in Gotham. I'm skeptical that Gotham. But people who are objectively not good at marriage tell me how to be good at marriage, and it's truly extraordinary. It's like I think I know what I'm talking about. I've handled this pretty well for over 13 years.
Kelly would like to sign up for your seminar.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll send out an email, Kelly. You're in. I'll teach the ism, the 3D boxing ism, and you'll be included. I haven't scheduled a date yet. I need to find when people are available, but I will teach the ism, Kelly. Now, okay, I have a good friend. His name is Kelly. Is this but it's typically a woman's name. Is this a guy or a chick, do you think, this Kelly? I was assuming it's a chick, but I do have a good friend. His name is Kelly. It could be a dude, but typically Kelly is a woman, right?
By the way, Shooter, I didn't shout you out, I don't think, but I do have you down in the raffle for 5. He says, party at Charles. I'll bring the Henny. Look, I think the bottom line is this, Gary. If you started a dating and relationship pod, people would be tuned in. And Kelly confirms she is a woman.
I thought so. I just wanted to make sure because I do have a guy friend whose name is Kelly.
Brian wants to know if this promo for your future dating pod is actually a promo for CTE.
First of all, you could just be a candidate for CTE. They can't actually diagnose you with CTE until you're dead and they can take your brain out of your head. Okay? So I'm a candidate. I have CTE-like symptoms as a diagnosis. They can't actually diagnose you with CTE until they can actually examine your brain out of its skull. But
right, here's what we're going to do.
They will examine my brain. Go ahead.
We're going to have a contest on the show. People will use, I'm sure, ChatGPT and other AI. Make me a logo for Gary's dating advice pod. So we have that to reference when we bring Gary on, and we'll throw up the logo behind him, and we'll have a live presentation on the show from time to time.
It's the 3D boxing ism, Jake. It saves lives. It's like Wu-Tang. It's for the children. You teach the children the ism at an early age, and they grow into be men. And the women, the ladies, they grow into be ladies. They grow into be wives and mothers, and it's extraordinary.
Dylan says Gary has stage 3 dementia, and we expect him to remember what time period he lives in.
You can say that, but I don't really care because this time period is completely degenerate, and I reject it. The Bible says we're in this world, but not of the world. We're just passing through. So I'm just passing through. This is not my home, right? This society is completely degenerate.
Will you pledge your brain to science?
I already have. My wife has. She's on paperwork. Once I die, they can examine they can take it out of the skull, examine my brain.
Gotham says I'm actually at work, so I can't call in. Maybe tomorrow during the show.
I was wrong about what is her name? Amanda. Maybe I'm wrong about
Ashley.
Ashley. Amanda.
Ashley Madison.
Why does that sound familiar? Why do I know that name?
You know.
Okay. That does sound for Ashley Madison. I don't even want to go here, Jake. I don't want to know. I think I know where you're going with this, but I don't want to go there.
Rebecca says that you wrote the National Enquirer.
No, I wrote the ism, the 3D boxing ism. It saves lives, man. I'm calling you, man. It saves lives, Rebecca. It saves lives. If you can get on my program, you'll happily find a man that you're attracted to, and you'll be happy, and you'll have lots of children, and you'll have a wonderful marriage, and you'll be truly happy.
Gary, you said a lot today.
It was extraordinary call today.
What's up with you and the word extraordinary? You've used that like 4 times.
I don't know. I get told I use extraordinary a lot. I think I just use the word extraordinary a lot.
You're just mixing it in now even more?
I don't know. I just if something is extraordinary, I call it extraordinary.
I see.
What word do you use as opposed to extraordinary? If something is more than normal, what do you?
Great. Fantastic.
Great? Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, I just use extraordinary for all that basically. Sometimes I'll use spectacular. But I really like it. Yeah, I like spectacular, but I like extraordinary.
Exceptional.
Yeah, exceptional is fine, but I think extraordinary is better. And I think spectacular is better.
Hey, we're going to bring you on with Mad Max on the first episode of the Dating Pod. All right. And you're
all right.
Gonna show them how it's done.
I can. I can. I'll tell them how to treat a lady, what to expect from a lady, what are red flags, what to put up with, what not to put up with. And we'll go from there. And again, for the ladies too, the ladies are more than welcome. I can teach you how to attract and keep a man that you're actually attracted to.
Gary, enjoy Labor Day. Thanks for the time.
All right, thank you, Jake. Yeah.
Chicken with pasta is worse than peanut butter with sandwich.
All right, folks. A new pod in the Asmaniac universe is officially in the works. Ladies and gentlemen, please hit the like button. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We're 6 days away from New York Jets football, baby. Oh, yeah.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
But right now, you know what time it is? It's time to give away a Jets jersey. Let's go.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Only one can win a prize on the show today, but 3 will win tomorrow. So if you entered for our daily raffle, you're automatically in for the weekly raffle, as is everyone else. Now, before we get to the raffle, 2 super chats I missed. Jay Sylvester, I got both Brees and Allen on my fantasy team this year. Do you think Brees will have a 1,000-yard season? I think all-purpose yards, yes. I wouldn't bank on him having 1,000 rushing yards. I think Allen's going to be very involved, as is Fields. I think Brees has a chance to be their second leading pass catcher, though. He will be heavily involved. Adam says, our O-line's young and good, but still young. Hashtag patience. Well, hopefully they show up for week 1, because you got TJ Watt 6 days from now. All right. On that note, good luck to all. The winner of a Jets jersey is Eli Betts. And this is awesome because Eli won a jersey when I was in Vegas on one of the shows, and he reached out privately and he said, Jake, I'd love for you to donate this to the Lane Train. So I ordered Lane a jersey. That should be coming soon. So Eli, I'm glad you won because this one's going to you. You deserve it. You send me an email with the player and color you want, and we'll get that ordered for you this week. You're the man. Congrats, Eli. Hit the Jet chant for Eli. Love that. That's what we call football karma. Asmaniac karma. The wheel rewards good people like Eli Betts. All right, that's it for me. I still somehow did 2 hours here. I was not planning on it. I did 4 hours on radio today, 2 hours on YouTube. Labor Day, baby. I'm working. Everyone have a great rest of your Monday. We're back tomorrow. 2 shows every day the rest of the week. Post-game show right after Jets Steelers on Sunday. I can't believe it. Post-game show for real right after a Jets game. That counts. I can't wait. You can't wait. Hopefully the Jets don't suck. That'd be nice. Jets, 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 Jets. I will talk to you guys soon. And let me leave you with a clip to get you going. Let's go.
To all the non-believers. To all the non-believers. Anybody can be beat. We're pissed off.
People gave us no chance, like we barely made it in the playoffs. We're a good football team. For all you non-believers, disrespect us, talk crap about the defense like we ain't the third best defense in the league. All we hear is about their defense. They can't stop a nosebleed. 25th in the league, and we the one to get disrespected. Congratulations. See you in Pittsburgh. Can't wait.
J-E-T-S, Jets! You're a degenerate gambler, and you're in your mid-50s. Who bets on the Jets? Have you not learned anything about betting? The Jets are going to come back! No, they're not! They're never going to come back! They're never going to come back!
Hey, Bills Mafia! You're in the wrong stadium, you friggin' a-hole!
You guys football fans? I think the Pats could take the conference this year. I mean, the Dolphins are overrated and the Jets are choke artists.
I wouldn't say that, Mr. Deeds.
Why is that, though?
You own the Jets, Deeds.
I do? Whoa. That sucks.
You think that scares me? I'm not scared of you, you pansy!
Yeah, I'll put my whole fist through your face, you friggin' a-hole!
Hey, keep moving, you hump!
Who do you want to win?
The goddamn Jets.
I'm not going to do the clapping seal part.
What do you mean?
I do want to, but I'm not going to do it because Gator's going to use it out of context, and then it's going to go viral, and then I'm going to have to look at it forever.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.